Hello everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe so that way you get to know when I post all of my learn and discern messages. I hope everybody is doing well, swell, had a great holiday, have New Year's resolutions for the upcoming year, and have things to stand on business for in the upcoming month. So this learn and discern message will be for January 2026. First thing that comes in is opportunity. All right. Some of y'all may be taking a leap of faith, trying to elevate to a next level. Dream. All right. Definitely see some of you may have very well had some things in the past. That down the line they seem to bloom beautifully. All right. And then you had current in the reverse. Okay. Yes. All right. So for January, I see here, like I said, you do have some opportunities that are coming up. Don't be surprised if so happens these opportunities were something of the past that maybe you thought more of, or you put your eggs in, you put too many eggs in one basket. Maybe this may be something that will come back around to you. Also, it could very well be a thing of just something you learn from who you used to be. It's helping you bloom and blossom and evolve into something very, very beautiful. So don't ever think your mistakes and past lessons won't help you in the long run. They will. In the meantime, just avoid trying to have any turbulence or any issues. I do see some of y'all talking to maybe a higher power, if not, talking to someone different, someone that is outside of who you normally communicate with. Okay, let me see what else I see here. And of course, I see a little bit of self-help here. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Just being gentle with yourself. Even putting your clothes on the gentle cycle in the washing machine is self-love. You know what I'm saying? You warm up a towel or a blanket before you go to sleep when it's still warm. That's like a hug to yourself. So things like that are going to make a difference, and they're small things. So don't be shocked these small things make a big change, a big impact in you moving forward for January. All right. Tarot, tarot, tarot. This is what I've been wanting to see. This is what I've been wanting to see. All right. January. To the sideways. Okay. Let me tell you. Yeah. Yeah. See, that has something to do with your opportunity. So you're definitely going to have to make sure that you think outside of the box. Okay. So, very interesting, because what I see here and what I'm forecasting for January, I feel like this has more to do with personal than it has anything to do with couples and other relations with other people. All right. This could very well go for maybe something, and it is the holiday time. So, some of these feelings this time of year, some of those old feelings may be mustering up, because that is really the feeling that I'm getting right now. Just looking at the first three off the top: the Four of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups, and the Hermit in reverse. All right. There has been conflict with others, whether it be platonic or whether it be an intimate relationship. All right. You realize that you're not receiving what you're putting out, and that is causing a conflict. That is causing some type of discrepancy when it comes to communication in a union, as well as, if it's not bettering you, then what is it feeding you? Period. Secondly, like I said, this is a season where a lot of people really have this season affective disorder, like myself. You the more you have time to sit and not have anything to do and you're not busy, that's when those feelings start to creep in. Your Five of Cups, you're crying over something, there's some type of regret. But the thing is, though, you're looking at it, maybe in the past you looked at it as if, like, 3 out of 5 is over half, and versus looking at it as if, like, okay, well, even if you have 5 cups and someone comes and knocks 3 of them over, hurts your feelings, treated you disrespectfully, and isolated you, you still got 2 to do something with. You feel me? So something about this union, there's a hump of grief, there's a disappointment or a loss about it. But I really feel like this: if it only cost you 3, imagine what it would have felt like if you had all 10 knocked over. Okay, that's what Spirit's telling me. Secondly, you just remember that even though, if you take time to just balance yourself out, just remember that there's a difference between you taking time to get yourself together and taking your time and getting yourself together, and then you fuck around and alienate, or pretty much just leave yourself out there for abandonment. Okay, sometimes we take the hermit a little too serious, and then the next thing you know, you wonder why. Oh, well, there's no one around and I have no one to talk to. Use that time to strengthen up whatever weaknesses you have. Strengthen up those disappointments. Turn that pessimistic attitude into something optimistic. These things are going to help you balance out the time that you're going to need by yourself. And you also have to think of it like this: a lot of times when we're single, that's the only time our heart get a break. And sometimes we find ourselves, being single longer than we normally feel like we should be. And that's really only because, like, your heart really needs time. Like, it really needs time. So while you're in this cloud, this gray cloud, just remember, like, it may hurt, but in life there is happiness. And even though it didn't work out, that doesn't mean that it's over. And when you take time for yourself, don't take time for yourself to withdraw from others. You take time for yourself because of just that, yourself. All right? If you want to keep yourself from losing your way, you need to know the ways of being balanced. King of Cups. You do have a King of Cups. All right? Now, I love the fact that you have, like, this leadership, executive mentality. You also had the 10 of Wands in reverse. Be careful of, when you do decide to use your time to build and rebuild and structure for yourself, be sure in January you do not overburden yourself, because it's here. All right? You deal with one thing at a time. You deal with going through the grief of this union not really doing what it's supposed to do. All right? Jump the broom over that and let's keep going. Take your time, cry your tears, scream, holler, so on and so forth. Take some time to yourself. Eat a Caesar salad. Get you some sun. All these things that you'll do to help yourself is going to balance out. And what will definitely help balance out all of the BS that happened before to put you here is that you don't overdo it. I understand if maybe like some of y'all may be like the head of your households and things of that nature, so you have to delegate. Don't carry nothing that has nothing to do with you or your household, Spirit says. All right. Now, with you making sure you delegate this 10 of wands in reverse, you do have the tower in reverse. All right. Understand there's going to be times where you will feel unsettled, and sometimes that's just the feelings passing, the motions passing. Be sure to not allow it to diminish your light. There's still a light about you. And you have to remember, just because it didn't work out with this person, this time, at this moment, in this day and place, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. Now, I do see that as far as like happiness, self-happiness is concerned, yeah, you may have to do some rediscovering of who you are. It's better to do that knowing that you have space and emotional and mental clarity for it than it is for you to try and find yourself when you knew like whatever relationship this was, it wasn't built on a sturdy foundation. Because how else have we gotten to the point where we're celebrating us being whole, and yet a union is breaking down? All right. So I do see that there may be like a lack of activity. It may be a lack of things like to make you feel satisfied. You know how like when sometimes you split ways with someone and it's just like you just find out how much time you really put into that relationship by measuring the time that you have alone and what you do with it. And so it's okay. You damn sure can't say you won't loyal. You can't say that you're not trustworthy. All right. Now, if I was to take that and put it into this 5 of Cups here, I didn't fill both of your cups with the fact of, guess what? You're trustworthy and you're loyal. What are you going to do with those? What are you going to do with those? If that's all you have to show for, if that's all you have to say, what are you going to do with those? You still have 2 cups. What are you going to do with those? How do you go from having only 2 to having a King of Cups? You had to work on yourself. You had to get to know yourself again. You had to get to know yourself again. As you're doing whatever it is that you need to do to be able to make a move, though you may feel as if like it's a lot on your shoulders, disregard what doesn't apply. If it's going to cause a disaster down the line, if it's going to cause you restlessness down the line, hell, if you're shaky about 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. Like I said, I do see you here just trying to make time to find your enjoyments again. And you will, all right? You will find your passion again. You will be able to work hard and earnestly on whatever it is that you're trying to whatever it is that you're trying to master or have as an opportunity that comes. I feel like the opportunity that's going to come is based off of this 8 of Pentacles. So this is why I said, don't feel like something in the past that's old has made you feel like it's one of those lessons that you put on a shelf, because somewhere, somehow, you're going to pull it off, and you're going to pull it off. You feel me? So that's what I see. And then a thing is here, I do see a Death card, and I do see a Queen of Cups. You had a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. So however you want to look at the masculinity of it, the strength of it, whether the Queen of Cups be you, you working on you and you feeling complete and full and wholesome, just working off of your 8 of Pentacles, or if this King of Cups is someone that Spirit is trying to say, is your equal. And oh, God, come on. God says this King of Cups is your equal, okay? You know how I said you give to others, you pour into others, you're not getting that reciprocated back. Remember when I said that? Spirit says your match, your person will match your energy. All right? If you're a Queen of Cups, he's going to be a King of Cups. He needs to be emotionally balanced. He needs to be diplomatic. He needs to be diplomatic and control. He needs to be balanced. All right. He needs to have a leadership mindset. He knows what to take and what not to take. He knows how to provide, protect, and profess. He also should also know how to talk to you, talk at folks, and talk with people, because that does make a difference. And I feel like the difference between the relationship not working and you being sad about it, I feel as if like you being sad about it is of course like natural. But in the supernatural, you like in like what's coming towards you, I see a King of Cups. That King of Cups matches your Queen of Cups energy. And like I said, you had the Death card out here. So as one cycle ends, another begins. And something new is on the horizon. Okay. Let me find. Y'all got a lot. It's only 31 days in January, so y'all better use your time wisely. Because February is a short month. Do you hear me? Okay. So, oh, thank you. You already knew what I was about to ask you. I want to clarify and just kind of see a little bit of what's going to be happening. Yep, like I said, as y'all are balancing yourselves, so far on the bottom of the deck, we got opposition. And maybe this person has to go and serve time. Maybe this person really has to do the time. Okay. So anyway, as you are here with your 9 of Pentacles, definitely look, you had an 8 of Pentacles, you went up to a 9 of Pentacles. So that just confirms for me, just keep doing what you're doing. Continue to be on a path where you're holding yourself accountable. At the same time, I see that some of y'all are grounding yourself in religion, or maybe you're talking to somebody that can give you some pointers. You do have the Lovers card out here. Very interesting, being the fact that I just totally talked about a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Okay. Maybe a different race. Maybe a different race. Yeah, don't be so quick to spend your money, all right? Now, you may be enjoying the success that's going to come, but be very careful of how you spend what's coming your way. Be careful what you spend coming your way. All right? Success can come and go very quickly, and so can luxuries as well, and people too. You got someone that may be jealous around you. So just be careful. All right. Ooh, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, yeah. Be careful who you tell about your ideas. Be careful of who you tell about your ideas. It may be best if you just keep them to yourself for right now, because you don't want anything slowing you down. You don't want anything holding up your work. And you don't want to have to... I hear some of you don't want to start over again. So this is why I'm telling you, there's someone around you that's playing on the same... They playing the same game, but they playing on a different field. They playing on a different field. Someone that may be an official of some sort, makes laws. But someone definitely is trying to throw a monkey wrench in somebody's shit. Trying to throw a monkey wrench in somebody's shit. Let me see. Clarify that now. The Pentacles. Oh. When it comes to business, one thing you know how to do for sure is separate your emotions. Queen of Cups in reverse. Nine of Swords. Defensive. Okay, yeah, you definitely know how to play the game when it comes to your business. You may almost play dirty. All right. You have the Devil come out and the Hermit in reverse. Ooh. Grungy. Dirty. Free-spirited. But you got to be careful with this person, because this person, whoever this devil is, they definitely have red in their eyes. They have definitely had someone shackled. Many people have had different emotions about this person. Spirit says death is in the details. So please be sure that you pay very close attention. Oh, I don't like that. It's just pretty much telling me like, oh, I don't like that. I don't want to tell you there's a wolf in your flock. And I damn sure don't like telling folks that, you know, there's some stiff competition out there. Whatever it is that you are going to do business wise, picture this. And look, it's still right here on the bottom. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Picture this, okay? You have an idea, you feel like you're doing it all, but you pick up the pieces and you go anyway. 9 times out of 10, people probably have seen you smoldered in the idea that you're doing it all. And so your success may very well take longer in their eyes, because guess what? They don't fully see what is happening behind the scenes. They only see what you put in front of them. And what happens when you find out someone else likes the same game, but they think they're better at it? Competition. You're going to have competition. You're going to have folks who at one point, and let me tell you this, they think you're competition. Okay? You need to realize that you're a threat. You're a threat. You're going to become a threat. And this it really is giving me a business tease as to like where this is coming from. You got the 9 of Pentacles, all right? You were able to put your feelings aside to be able to get into the game. Now you're in the game. Somebody didn't think you could pull this off. I don't know who this is, but someone felt like you could not pull this off. It's not emotion. This is not romantic. This is business. This is someone who may have put in a bid for the same shit, and they literally may have thought like you wouldn't have it, and you got it anyway. Like, you know how to play the game, and somebody doesn't like that. Somebody doesn't like that. They don't like that you know how to play the game. You know how to play the game well. For you to be considered a threat, you have to know how to play the game well. Somebody sees that. They don't like that. They see that. They don't like that. So you got to be careful about your success, what you're working on, and the money, the pentacles that you get from it. You got to be careful with all of that. Don't spend all your money as soon as you get it. Save it. Um, save some for a rainy day, because it looks like here, the higher you go up, the more people are going to see you as competition. And again, the card of um, being burnt out. This is why I said make sure January you don't have too much on your plate, because you don't want to have to stay strong to get everything done, and then you have to also, you know, be on the defense to protect and defend what it is that you're trying to do. That's too much. So don't overburden yourself. One thing is going to take enough energy for whatever you got going on. You got to be able to fight on both ends. Spirit says professionally and personal, all right? Because with success, personal and professional, they bring their own level of some type of anxiety. So he's saying don't over exert yourself, because you still have to be able to deal with the competition. The spirit says the competition is not going to be stiff for you. It's going to be stiff for them. You've been working on yours. You went from an 8 of Pentacles to a 9 of Pentacles. You've been working. So he's giving you a heads up, like, yo, you really needs to like really strengthen up, because your best is coming. All right, you had a 2 of Wands out here. Someone's definitely thinking about something. Definitely thinking about something. Look, I can't make this up. As soon as I was about to say that opportunity card that came out on my Wild Child Oracle, what's on the bottom, bitch? Abundance. All right, abundance. 3 of Cups. Someone's making a decision. I feel like you should think about it long and hard, knowing that with what's out here and having some type of, signal that abundance is coming. So it's competition. All right. So it's competition. All right. Underneath that, you had the 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Sun again. Okay. So, yeah. Be very careful around you. Like, literally, this 5 of Wands, this conflict right here, I feel like this will probably be something that is not new, but it's something you will need to get used to if you're going to be coming into your own and being able to stand on your own, hold your own, be independent on your own. This also goes for business, because believe it or not, even if you're able to stand on your own mentally, know who you are, so on and so forth, there's always going to be someone envious of that too. So regardless if it's business and you want a hot dog stand and they want a hot dog stand, but your hot dog stand has some type of twist that serves only a certain market, and that market may be lucrative. And then, hey, since your other hot dog buddy isn't having the same type of business, instead of asking you straight out what is going on, like, give me some tips, they now see you as competition. And they see you as competition because you're a threat. When they can't see everything you can do, all they can be is competitive. The thing is, they don't know your strategy. So they're really just wasting their energy. Didn't at one point in time you wasted that same energy? How they are going to on you? So now we got this 2 of Wands. Now you got to think about it. Yeah, think about it long and hard, because again, the devil is in the details. Devil is in the details. Non-compete clause, non-compete agreement. Needless to say, I love the fact that you're 9 of Pentacles and this 3 of Cups. You're partying, you're celebrating, You're giving yourself whatever flowers you indeed deserve and have earned. All right. This is what I have for you all for January 2026. Continue to work on yourself, and let the things that didn't serve you allow time to heal those things as well with you. Because believe it or not, a lot of things that we go through, if we really allow ourselves to heal, time will tell us if someone deserves our forgiveness or not. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below. And I will talk to y'all soon.